Good morning everybody, welcome back to my channel. This morning I am coming to you from between Fernvale and Esk in the Brisbane Valley sort of area. It's about 40 minutes till sunrise and I'm a bit concerned I haven't really found a composition I love. I thought there was one out here but I can't find where it was because it's been so dark. But I have just pulled over on the side of the road to try and grab what I think might be a pretty cool shot looking over the lake. I think it's Lake Wivenhoe and we're getting close to sunrise, so I'm just going to grab my camera and head to the spot. Sorry for the bad camera angle and all the noise. I'm right on the side of the highway. There's nowhere to set up the vlogging camera and there's a lot of traffic. So this is my view for this first composition. Just looking out towards the lake and the sunset. I've currently got the 150mm on the GFX, but it might be a bit long. So the frame I've got now, I'm shooting out towards the lake with the telephoto. I'm getting a little bit of the trees and a little bit of the lake and the mountains behind. Just going to grab focus. So I'm at f11, shooting at 1/4 of a second at ISO 100. And there's my first shot. I'm actually wondering if it's panorama. I just shot 6 frames for that panorama. I will crop it down to be a 6:17 though. I wasn't sure how much of the trees on either side of the water I'd need. There is a cool pelican just in the water there as well, so hopefully that works out pretty well. I might just pop the 60mm lens on now and just have a look before I head back towards Fernvale a bit. So I've just swapped the 60mm on and I've got a very similar, I haven't moved the camera much, but I do actually prefer this time the wider perspective. I know I don't usually. So I've got a little tree here in the foreground. I might just make sure I've got good focus on that. I should with this wide angle at f8. The tree is a bit obstructed. It's a bit hard to see it properly, but let's see. With a bit of the cool color in the sky. I'm in portrait orientation. Okay, now I've got a couple of compositions here. I'm going to jump back in the car and head back towards Fernvale because now that I can see a bit better, I'll probably be able to grab a couple of compositions I like a bit closer to town. It's quite cold as well. Probably should have worn gloves. Can't feel my fingers. So I've just pulled over on the side of the road. I sort of turned off the highway down another road because I saw some cool mist with some trees. I'm going to have to use the longer lens. My 60mm is too short. And we're getting close to sunrise, but that's okay. Where I am now is not going to get direct sun for a little while. Okay. Even this I could do a bit longer. The highway out there is really busy this morning. Seem to be a lot of road works and things going on around here. In Brisbane, where I am from, it's a public holiday, but out here it's not. So everyone still has to go to work out here. Okay, so I've got my little trees. I'll show you in a minute. There's a lot of cars coming towards me right at the moment. So I'm at ISO 100, f8 and 1/4 of a second, hoping to catch this mist. If I come just a little bit further this way, I don't know if I'll quite get it in the shot. There's a tiny little pond over there, which I might be able to get as well. Okay, that'll do from this spot. I'll jump back in the car and keep heading towards Fernvale. So I've pulled over on the side of the road again, right near Fernvale town. And I've just got this cool scene right now where there's a body of water with some trees in it and a bit of mist, some ducks on it. So I'm going to grab this shot. So I'm using the GFX with the 150mm. It's a very tight shot. Hopefully it works as well as I think it might. I might just have a play with some other compositions while I'm here. So I've got a composition further back in the body of water with a dead tree and some mist. There's just a bit of light starting to fall on the hills, which is really nice. So I might actually prefer that composition. I will try with the 60mm as well. I'm actually thinking, I did bring the Hasselblad and the panorama camera with me as well, so it might be worth having a look while there's a bit of mist still around. There might be a nice shot here for the film camera. I brought with me probably some film I don't use very often. I usually shoot 100 and 160 ISO film. I did today bring some 400. It's the Fujipro. Everyone seems to love Fujipro 400. It's not necessarily my favorite, but it's been discontinued and it's very hard to get these days. So I've got a couple of rolls. I might load one into the Hasselblad. It's expired. I'll overexpose it a stop, and these kind of conditions might lend themselves quite well to it. I think there is another composition that I want to shoot, but I just haven't found where it is. It's probably not far from where I'm standing right now, but I just spotted it one day while I was driving through here, and I didn't stop and drop a pin. So I'm not 100% sure of the exact location, which makes it a bit tricky. I've got the Hasselblad on now, and I've loaded the Fujifilm 400 Pro film. I'm metering at 200, so overexposing a stop, and I'm going f11 at 1/30th of a second. Mirror up. That's my first shot on the Hasselblad for the morning. I've got some beautiful sunlight now, so I might just see if there are a couple of cool compositions here, because the sun has popped up over the hills now. The sun is right in my frame, so we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to stop right down to f32 to try and get a nice sun star. Now this does have pretty good dynamic range. I'm just using my phone to meter, I'm sorry, I forgot my normal meter. Going to meter on the grass. So I'm looking at 1/15th of a second at f32. Not sure how this is going to look. Just might get a bit of a nice glow on some of that mist. So I've just grabbed another composition at f11 and 1/125th of a second. So I think I've got some nice shots here with the Hasselblad. I might see if there's one with the panorama camera. Got it over my shoulder. I like the composition, but the difficulty with this camera is the sun's going to be right in that frame again and I can't keep it out. So it's a bit tricky. I don't think I will use the panorama camera right now. Just taking a shot that's quite different for me. Bit of a close-up on some of these thistle flowers here, hopefully with a bit of sun behind them. So I think that might be me done at this exact spot. I'll carry on a little bit closer to town to see if there's anything else. There may not be, but that's all right. So last time when I drove through here, there was a specific tree that I wanted to shoot and I found it again. So I'm going to grab it. I've got the Hasselblad on with the Fujipro 400 in it. And I've got the 150mm lens. So I'm just going to meter the actual foliage of the tree. Let's go f8, 1/250th of a second. Double check focus. There's a lot of traffic at the moment. So the cool thing about this tree is there's a nice little hill behind it. So it's a pretty nice composition. I don't think I'll take a shot of this one with the GFX. The 150mm will be a bit too long. And I think it should work out well on the Fuji Pro, so I'm pretty happy. Just grabbing another quick composition where I've got some trees lined up. It's mostly just the trunks and a little bit of their leaves with the hills behind. I'm shooting it at f32 because I want to get it, because the sun might be a little bit in it, and if it is, I want to have a bit of a sun star. So I'm going 1/8 of a second at f32. Okay, so I've only got 3 shots left on this frame. I'm almost back in town, so I might just have a look. There's a few trees in this field here, so I'll just see if there are any other interesting compositions here. Otherwise, I'll just move on. Well, I didn't take any more photos that morning and I ended up just coming home. And obviously it's now a different day because I did film a bit of an outro for that video, but the footage has disappeared. I'm not sure what happened to it. Maybe I didn't press the button, maybe I did, and I just deleted it by accident, I don't know. So Hannah and I are sitting here. She wanted to hop in the video as well, didn't you, darling? Yeah. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and that you liked most of the photos in there. It's a new location for me, so I'll have to go back and explore it again a little bit more. Once again, thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't already, please remember to
subscribe to Daddy and my channel.
Thanks so much, everyone. Bye.